When Yosef can no longer restrain himself and he's about to reveal his identity to his brothers, he first sends all the Egyptians out of the room. The commentators explain that he did that so that he wouldn't embarrass his brothers, so the Egyptians wouldn't find out that it was his own brothers who sold him as a slave 22 years earlier. That just shows the extent of Yosef's greatness. Most people wouldn't mind embarrassing the people who had sold him as a slave, but not Yosef. But one commentator says there's more than that. He's not just showing sensitivity. He's also demonstrating emotional intelligence because he realizes he wants to make a very powerful point now. He wants to teach them a lesson that they'll remember. He reveals himself by saying, I'm Yosef. Is my father still alive? Now you're worried, appropriately. What will happen to Dad? Will be so upset if we don't bring back his son Binyamin. But why didn't you have the same worry about my father, the same father, when you sold me as a slave? And he wants to make sure that they learn that lesson. He understands that if you embarrass someone in public, they get defensive, they get upset, they get angry, they feel terrible, and they miss the lesson. So he wants to make sure to do it privately to greatly increase the chance that the lesson will hit home. And that is such a powerful message for us. Many of us are in positions when we have to point out to someone that they did something wrong. Maybe you're a teacher and you have to talk to a student. Maybe you're a parent, you have to talk to a child. Maybe you're an employer and you have to talk to an employee. Maybe you have to speak to a friend. Don't do it publicly. If you really want the point to get across, make sure no one else is in the room. They'll be embarrassed enough between the two of you when they have to confront the error that they made. So just wait until no one's around and then make your point. And perhaps in no other relationship is that more important than spouse to spouse. There might be a time when you have to point something out to a spouse. Maybe they did something wrong. Don't ever do it publicly. Unless they're about to burn the house down by, putting food in tin foil in a microwave. I actually did that once. My wife was away and left me dinner. I do not recommend it. It's really dangerous. But other than that, something that's dangerous and you got to yell out, don't do that. Then don't say a word. Think about it first. Sleep on it. Make sure you have to say something in the first place. Maybe you don't. Maybe by the time you wake up the next morning, you realize, you know what, it really wasn't a big deal. I don't need to say anything. But if you do need to say something, only in private. Don't embarrass your spouse. Don't embarrass anybody to whom you have to make a point. That way, you'll increase the chance that the lesson that you want to teach, that you want to convey, will actually hit home. And the person will listen and understand how they can improve.